In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use a simple loop to achieve something like this. So there are two types of loops in Flutterflow. We have the while condition loops, and this loop requires a condition. So as long as something is true, keep doing this. For example, as long as the user is connected to the internet, show a label that says live. And as soon as that is false, then switch and maybe show them a pop-up says you've lost your internet connection. And then we have a loop over list. And loop over list lets you go through a list of items and perform actions on those items. So you might have 10 notifications and you want to change each of them and maybe update the status from unread to read. So today we're going to focus on this. So let's jump over in Firestore and talk about the loop over lists. So here I have a simple page and it has a column. Inside we have a list view and a checkbox list style inside a container. Cool. As soon as I check this, actually query our notifications first. Query notifications and done. That was simple. And then I'm going to go ahead and just configure this. So I'm going to go to title and change that from notification title. Good. And then I'm going to go to the notification text, change that to text. Good. And whenever I check this, I want to update a state and have like a list of selected notifications, right? So for me to achieve that, I'm going to have to create a state first. Maybe I'm going to call it selected, and this is going to be a list of document reference, and then this is going to be notifications. Is list? Yes, thank you. Done. We're almost there, guys. And then I'm going to update this. So I'm going to add some actions, and whenever, let me just go back. And whenever this is toggled on, I'm going to update the page state that I've just created now. Where is it? Here. And what I'm going to do is selected, add to list, whatever was clicked on, reference. Good. And then I'm going to copy this so that you can unselect and go on toggle off, paste, make a few changes, remove from list, clicked on, reference. Good. We're almost done. But how do I know how many I have selected? So maybe add a row here, right? And just push this up. And then add a text inside and push this all the way. And here I can just maybe say combine text, right? Combine text, selected count, number of items, confirmed, add text, some space, and then say selected. We're almost there. So next thing I'm gonna do is actually come in here in the app bar and maybe wrap this inside a wrap widget inside a row, right? And then I'm just gonna duplicate this and then push them end to end. And here I can just say delete. Okay. I'm going to give it some red color and maybe underline. And what this is going to do is now going to set up the loop. So this is what we've been waiting for. On top, adds loop, not action, adds loop. And we have two loops. So we have while condition that we've talked about and then over list. So we're going to go over and use the over list. And here we have a few things that we need to set up. Start index, I can leave that empty. That means I'm going to start at 0. If I say 2 and start on the second one or the third, because we start counting from 0, right? And then end, I'm just going to go ahead and say selected, number of items, and that's going to be the end of the loop. That's when it's supposed to exit. If you leave it empty, probably not going to work. And if it works, we're going to run into an infinite loop. Cool. What do I need to loop over? The selected. items, right? Now for the action, we're going to say I'm going to delete the notifications actually. So delete documents, and because I'm iterating, I'm going to be deleting the current item of the loop. So I'm going through the list of items and deleting. I'm just going to select that. Okay, cool. And this is it. You can add a couple of other user experiences, like hiding this before at least one is selected, and hiding this as well to show at least when at least one item is already selected. And you can actually do that. So this is easy. You can just go to conditional and then condition and only show when the selected number is more greater than 0. Yeah, because it starts to 0, and then if you selected then 1, and so on. Maybe we can copy this as well and paste it there. Where are you? All right, so this should work. Let's test this. I'm gonna go over to my test mode, and it seems like there's something wrong, so I'm just gonna go and check that out. Column, maybe make this colorable. That should fix it, right? All right, let's reload that. That was fast, or maybe I talked too soon. All right, okay, that seems to be working. You're gonna notice that the selected is not shown or the delete, but once I select at least one, then they come. So this is working perfectly. I'm gonna select at least 10, delete that, and the loop is working. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, click on that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.